this is some automatic flavor.
Right.
This feels like this is what the Rogue One rebels. This is what they need to take it out.
Right.
This is basically the schematics they're going for in this movie.
And people are like, oh, this is dandruff. I'm like, nah, it's stars. They're real stars. You can actually poke them all out of the shirt.
They made it so it pops off. It's 3D rod dash.
The petite Rick.
Anybody who knows, you know, the best episode of Rick and Morty ever.
Woo! Let's get it cracking.
All right. So let's get into
Stranger Things. Oh my God, this show is absolutely everything. I mean, 80s kids right over here, man. This guy and me. Watching, living, being in that whole realm of all those shows where you would watch and go, all right, man, these movies are epic. How many times have you seen Lost Boys? How many times have you seen Goonies or E.T.? And what they've done is taken a little piece of all of that, brought it back, and Stranger Things is such an epic show on so many levels, especially when you saw in those first opening scenes these kids on their bikes with the lights that go up on the bikes. You know, you're like, oh my God, dude, this is a throwback in all the best ways possible. That Stranger Things series, I'm pretty sure I finished that in like a weekend, if not a Saturday.
Yeah.
You know, you were just glued because, you know, it brought you back to being a kid again, and you could be so giddy about that experience and living it through these kids' eyes. You know, they got a kid that reminds you of Chunk, they got a kid that reminds you of this, and it's just all sorts of fun stuff. But then they bring some new stuff in, and the performances these actors put on and actresses, just outstanding.
Yes. I mean, like, in the same way that, like, Pulp Fiction brought John Travolta back, was that not Winona Ryder in Stranger Things? Like,
oh my God.
All of a sudden.
When I saw her as the mom of one of the kids, I was like, whoa! Winona Ryder? Damn.
And then she gets weirder and weirder, and she starts doing the Christmas light stuff. It just, she pulls out a really tight performance.
Epic, man. She should actually, hopefully she's up for an Emmy for her performance on that show, because she literally, I mean, you know, not to be punny, but she lit it up in that series, man. You know, like, it's such a brilliant show, and it's done so well where it's not pandering to the point of, oh, check out these obvious things we're doing. You have to be sucked into the ride, and I was in there 100,000,000%.
So some interesting things about that show, pitched to a whole bunch of different networks. Nobody was interested whatsoever.
Stupid networks. Are you dumb?
Really though?
Netflix wins everything.
Definitely props to Netflix. They're bringing it. They've always got some new shows coming up every couple months that everybody is watching. Another thing about Stranger Things, apparently the brothers had 5 seasons planned from the very beginning. So no, they didn't just do 1 season and basically, blow their load, and that's all they had. And then they had to go from there and start building something new. No, this is 5 seasons planned out. So, new casting. Let's start with, before we get too crazy, let's start with the fact that they cast 5 new players, seem to be younger kind of actors and actresses, seem like they'll somehow be tied into maybe the high school or the younger kids, our main group. And then we got confirmation just the other day that 11 is going to be back. And we don't know where she is because she's supposed to be in the under.
She's hanging out with some Eggo waffles somewhere.
But we know that Eggo waffles definitely meant what was going on. So she's coming back, and now let's bring it. They obviously they're going for the power play.
They're taking it back, way back. You know? They're taking it back to the 80s properly. Paul Reiser has been added to the cast, but not only Paul Reiser.
Ooh.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, hey!
Hey, we brought you guys some food to eat.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
What do we got on the menu
We got
today?
chicken fried rice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Delicious.
Some chicken deep fried wontons.
Very nice.
And we brought some sauces. Yeah, we get it. Get a little something like that.
Thank you. So, big deal is that they've been announcing that all the supporting cast from the other Netflix Marvel shows, so far, Daredevil, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, all their supporting cast have been announced as cast in the Defender show, where they all come together.
That's going to be something else. I'm interested to see how that's going to happen. Intermingling. I like it.
Totally. So, just like they did the Avengers, we see them all come together. but there's actually more people. So in every single show that we've seen so far, we only haven't seen Iron Fist, but every one, they've had a supporting character who in the comics also becomes a superhero.
Yeah, their own thing, yeah.
So Jessica Jones has Trish. Trish becomes Hellcat. We've also got Daredevil. He had Elektra. In Luke Cage, we had Misty Knight. And Misty Knight becomes like a main superhero herself. She's a main defender as well. Hellcat and Misty Knight both have been very serious main defenders in the comics. So, defender in the comic, defender in the show, I think it's pretty likely. So the most recent casting is that we just got that Elektra, played by Lodi Young, is coming back for the Defenders. What does that mean, Rod Daddy? I thought you had it. What it means is that we saw her die.
Oh, that's right. They're bringing her back. She's not dead. Oh, we didn't want to. Okay, spoiler alert. That's why I was waiting for the spoiler. Spoiler alert. We didn't need to wreck it for you. Don't watch the series. We just wrecked it for you.
So, obviously in season 2, Punisher was a main thing coming into Daredevil, but the other thing for fans, especially of Daredevil, was that we got Elektra.
Yeah.
Also perfect is that she dies at the end of the season because that's exactly what happens in the comics.
Yeah.
She didn't die the way she dies in the comics. In the comics, Bullseye sticks her on one of her own sides. Very visual moment, very serious, crazy moment in comics. She died, and then we got obviously the reference that she's gonna come back because Black Hand got her body. I believe even put her in whatever vestibule or whatever they're using for the Black Death or Black Sky. So we knew she was gonna come back, but most everybody who's into these shows, following these shows, thought it was gonna be Daredevil season 3. So just the fact that we get her back in Defenders, it infers that it has something to do with the Hand. So there's another big question, is we've got Sigourney Weaver as the villain in Defenders. Nobody knows who she's playing. Everybody had hypothesized that it was going to be the Hand that all these people had to come together to face, right? But who's she?
It'll be interesting to see regardless, man. Sigourney Weaver signed on to anything is a good look. And you know she's going to give it 10 million %. Like, she doesn't have to work if she doesn't want to. She's doing this because she wants to. She's excited about it. She's all about genre. And it's going to be dope.
Definitely excited to see her in Avatar Part 2, 3, and 4, that they're filming together all at the same time. But way more excited to see her in Defenders as the villain.
That's a wrap, man. That's a wrap.
That's it.
That's it for today, man. Yes. Subscribe.
See you next week.
Write some comments. We'll hang out.
Whatever you want to say. We want to hear it.